Hello, everyone. Welcome to the class of E-Plan and Electrical Control Technology. As we know, in the process of designing electrical control system, 2 drawings and 1 list, namely electrical schematic diagram, layout plan, and equipment material list, are 3 elements that constitute a complete project. After drawing the electrical schematic diagram, let's continue to learn how to draw a layout plan. Let's first understand what a layout plan is. The layout of electrical components mainly includes the actual positions of all electrical components on the electrical equipment. The electrical equipment here mainly refers to the electrical cabinet and mounting plate. As one of the 3 elements constituting a complete project, the layout plan provides necessary information for the installation and maintenance of electrical equipment. The layout plan consists of electrical components, mounting plates, and guide rails, as well as installation dimensions. In other words, the name, overall dimensions, and installation dimensions of each electrical component shall be specified on the drawings. The layout of components on the mounting plate can be displayed clearly. It should be noted that the mounting plates and components in the layout plan are represented by rectangles. The width and height dimensions of the component need to be marked in the component database. After knowing what a layout plan is, let's focus on how to draw it. There are 4 main steps for drawing the layout plan, namely, creating a new mounting plate layout plan, inserting a mounting plate, inserting components, and marking dimensions. Next, let's draw the layout plan of mounting plate for this project. We know that the main parts in a layout plan are electrical components. So before creating a layout plan, we need to create components. According to the electrical schematic diagram designed before, the electrical components on the mounting plate include 1 triplex circuit breaker, 1 level 3 fuse, 1 level 2 fuse, 1 thermal relay, 3 contactors, and 1 time relay. Let me show you how to draw a component in the layout plan. First, place a 3-pole circuit breaker on the mounting plate. The circuit breaker is CHINT DZ47-60 with standard dimensions of 54 mm wide and 80 mm high. The size of the mounting plate is 440 mm by 360 mm. The specific operation steps are as follows.
First, create a component. In the E-Plan software, click Tools, Parts, Management. In the menu bar, define the parts under Electrical Engineering in the pop-up dialog box of Parts Management. And open the component library. Next, create a circuit breaker component in the safety equipment. Since we have already created a triplex circuit breaker when drawing the schematic diagram before, here we only need to update the installation data information. In the Properties dialog box on the right side, click Installation Data and fill in the standard dimensions for circuit breaker installation, 54 mm wide and 80 mm high. Click Close the dialog box to save. Click Yes in the prompt box of Update Database popped up automatically to update data. Next, create a new mounting plate. First, create a new layout plan page. Note that the page type should be modified to mounting plate layout, and the scale should be changed to 2:5 so that the mounting plates can be displayed in an appropriate size in the whole drawing frame. Click OK. Then double-click the Layout Plan page. Click Insert on the menu bar to select the mounting plate in Box Connection Point Mounting Plate. Click the left mouse button to determine the first endpoint of the mounting plate rectangle. Drag the cursor to the second endpoint without clicking. Directly enter the dimension 440 space 360 with the keyboard, and then click Enter to determine the size of the mounting plate. In the Properties dialog box that pops up later, you can modify the name of the mounting plate. If there is no need to modify it, just default and click OK. At this point, a mounting plate is successfully inserted. Next, draw the guide rails. As we know, electrical components are installed on the mounting plate by means of guide rails. So we also need to draw guide rails. The guide rail in the E-Plan parts library is only 15 millimeters wide, which does not meet the requirement of standard width 35 millimeters. So it is necessary to draw the guide rail by hand. The drawing method is similar to that of CAD drawing. Draw a guide rail with a length of 250 millimeters and a width of 35 millimeters with the rectangle command in the graphic tools. Then use the straight line command in the graphic tools to draw positioning auxiliary lines, which is convenient for locating the position of electrical components on the guide rail. Finally, insert a component. First, you need to associate the component with parts. The specific operation method is as follows. Open the main circuit page. Double-click the circuit breaker symbol. Select the parts. Click Extension in the part number. Find the triplex circuit breaker under Safety Equipment and click OK. In this way, the component is associated with the parts. Next, we need to insert the associated parts into the mounting plate. The specific operation method is as follows. Click Project Data in the menu bar. Find Equipment Parts. Select 2D Mounting Plate Parts Navigator. Select Triplex Circuit Breaker Parts in the opened Navigator. And right-click Place on Mounting Plate. At this time, drag the mouse to put Parts graphic to the specified position. Delete the positioning auxiliary line and complete the layout drawing of the electrical component, triplex circuit breaker. Some of you may ask, if the parts are not associated, can we directly insert the component into the mounting plate? The answer is yes. The specific operation method is as follows. Click Insert Equipment in the menu bar. Select the triplex circuit breaker component that has just been created and click OK. Insert at any position of the mounting plate. By comparison, we find that it is necessary to modify the name of the component in the layout drawing of electrical components drawn by the direct insertion method. The specific operation method is to double-click the component and directly modify its name. In the normal drawing process, you can choose these two operation methods according to your preferences. Next, insert other equipment in the same way.
We introduced two methods of inserting components. One is the direct component insertion method, which is a full manual insertion without associating the parts, but needs to manually modify the component name. The other is the insertion after associating the parts, which is a semi-automatic insertion with the need to associate the parts, and can automatically generate name corresponding to component symbol in schematic diagram without modification. The workload of these two methods is not much different, and the drawing effect is also similar. You can choose the drawing method according to your own preferences. Insert Level 3 fuse FU1 and Level 2 fuse FU2, as well as contactors KM1, KM2, KM3, time relay KT, and thermal relay FR in the same way to complete the whole layout plan. In order to facilitate drawing reading and installation, it is necessary to mark the installation position and size of components. Select the linear marking command in the graphic toolbar to mark the dimensions of components in the figure. The specific operation steps are as follows.
Complete the whole layout plan. And finally, mark the dimensions. Click the linear marking tool to mark the length, width, and installation dimensions of the guide rail. The above is the drawing process of the whole layout plan.
Dear class, in this lesson, we have focused on the steps of drawing the layout plan, mainly including creating a new mounting plate layout, inserting a mounting plate, inserting components, and marking dimensions. The purpose of drawing the plan is to facilitate the installation and maintenance of electrical equipment. Everybody got it? Well, that's all for today. See you next time.